Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Khalil from Department of Environmental Sciences, International Islamic University, Islamabad. Today the topic of my presentation is comparative study of liquid biodiesel from Sticholia fetida, bottle free using copper oxide, silicon oxide composite and iron oxide nanocatalyst. As we all know that energy is the basic need of every society and the world population is going to be increasing day by day with the pressure on the energy sources like protein and in turn the fossil fuels are going to be depleted. They also emit harmful gases into the atmosphere, cause climate change and also affects the human health. So the alternative fuel has required much more attention over the past 25 years. Among the alternative fuels, biodiesel is gaining popularity due to its eco-friendly, non-toxic and biodegradable nature. Biodiesel is the fuel that consists of monoalkyl esters of long-chain fatty acids derived from renewable sources. Most of the biodiesel is produced from homogeneous catalyzed transesterification using the edible feedstock, but it could lead to the food security problems in developing countries because they require a substantial amount of water and the land for their growth. So the non-edible feedstock can be a best alternative to the edible feedstock. Some of the used non-edible feedstock are neem, jatofa, rocket seed, hemp, castor bean, Chinese white taro peas, etc. The present research study focused on the use of some novel non-edible oil source that is the Sticholia fetida used for the biodiesel. The feedstock Sticholia fetida, it belongs to the family Sticholiaceae and it is found in tropical and subtropical regions. It introduced in all over the many parts of the world, including Pakistan as an ornamental plant, and commonly it is known as Java olive, wild almond tree or bottle tree. The fruit contains about 10 to 25 seeds in each pod, and the fruit is 10 centimeter long, and its annually produced production is about 250 to 300 kg seeds annually. The seed collection is slightly hard due to the presence of stinging hairs in the pod. Biodiesel production technologies. It is important to reduce the viscosity of a crude oil to produce biodiesel. So that different technologies have been used to reduce the viscosity of seed oil. Among them, first one is dilution. Next, second one is the microemulsions with short chain alcohols. Third one is pyrolysis, and the last one, fourth one is the catalytic cracking and transesterification. Among all these technologies, transesterification is one of the widely used techniques to produce and the process in which triglycerides first convert into diglycerides and followed by the conversion of diglycerides into monoglycerides, and after that the monoglycerides convert into the methyl esters and glycerol. The chemical reactions involved during the transesterification is also shown here. Catalysts play a very important role in the chemical reaction as they speed up the chemical reaction. Three different types of catalysts are used in the biodiesel production. Previously, the homogeneous and heterogeneous catalyst was used, but due to several inadequacies related to the usage of these catalysts, and now in the field of biodiesel, nanocatalysts have been used. The inadequacies related to the use of homogeneous catalyst includes its high production cost, difficulty in the product isolation, and the requirement of large quantity of water, while the heterogeneous catalytic methods are time-consuming, low catalytic stability with significant escape of catalyst components to the deactivation of catalyst incompetent and the robust to the mass transfer. So the nanocatalyst can be defined as the material or a substance that has at least one nanoscale dimension and which show catalytic properties. Nanocatalysts can perform function on atomic scale, reduce the cost of biodiesel production. These are environment friendly and are reusable. They have high catalytic efficiency and the optimum feedstock utilization. Methodology used to carry out the entire study includes first of all to identify and the identification and collection of the seed. Next one is the oil extraction through chemical and mechanical methods and filtration of crude oil. After that, the acidic content of the crude oil was determined and in depth density was also determined. Then the nanocatalyst was synthesized through two different methods. After that, after the synthesis of nanocatalyst was characterized. Then biodiesel was synthesized using the previously synthesized nanocatalyst. After that, the biodiesel was optimized, and then biodiesel characterization was performed. At the end, the biodiesel was its fuel properties was also checked. The oil extraction, two different extraction methods. First one is the chemical method, and the next one is mechanical method. Catalyst synthesis through Baldwin method used for the copper oxide and zinc oxide composites, and for iron oxide synthesis, precipitation method was used. The nanocatalyst was characterized through the XRD and the SCM technique, and also FTR technique was used. The biodiesel was synthesized through esterification, then transesterification was performed, and after that, the phase separation process. After the biodiesel synthesis, biodiesel was characterized through FTIR and GCMS technique. FTIR was used to identify the functional groups in the bands corresponding to the stretching and bending reaction in fatty acid methyl esters, while the gas chromatography was used to analyze the chemical composition of biodiesel. The result shows that the two methods were employed for the oil extraction. First one the chemical, and the next one the mechanical oil extraction method. The chemical oil extraction method, 40% oil was extracted, and through mechanical it was about 3 liter. FFA of Sticolia fetida seed oil was 3.7%. It is above than 3%. So two-step process verification, that is esterification followed by process verification, was performed to convert the crude type into the biodiesel, and density was about 0.9. The characterization of nanocatalyst shows that the XRD results of copper oxide and serum oxide nanocatalyst shows that the average crystallite size of copper serum oxide was 54.4 nanometer, and it shows the spherical shape. While the iron oxide nanocatalyst, the average particle size was 31.3 nanometer, and the SEM results shows that the particle size was 36 nanometer, and it is in spherical shape. FTIR of copper oxide, serum oxide, and the FTIR of iron oxide was also performed, and it confirms the presence. Biodiesel optimization was also performed to four different parameters. First one is the oil to methanol ratio, then second one is the temperature, third one is the reaction time, and the fourth one is the catalyst loading. The result shows that the highest amount yield of biodiesel, highest yield of biodiesel was obtained at 1:6 oil to methanol ratio, that was about 92%. The temperature was about 70%, reaction time is 3 hours, and the catalyst loading is 0.25%. These optimized conditions for the maximum produce maximum biodiesel yield, that is 92%. Catalyst reusability test was also performed, and the result shows that the catalyst was reusable till the fourth run. After the fourth run, the catalyst activity was declined. The GCMS analysis of Stircolia biodiesel that was synthesized through copper oxide serum oxide composites also confirms the synthesis of methyl esters like mysteric acid, palmitic acid, also called hexadecanoic acid, 9-octadecanoic acid methyl ester, and so on. The results obtained from the synthesis of Stircolia biodiesel using the iron oxide nanocatalyst also confirms the synthesis of conversion of crude oil into the biodiesel, and the different esters compounds are present. Different esters are present in the synthesized biodiesel. Here results of Stircolia oil biodiesel produced through two different nanocatalysts also confirms the conversion of oil into biodiesel, because the peak at here present the peak present at 1743 in both the TR spectra confirms the presence of history. The Physicochemical properties like color, flash point, density, kinematic viscosity, cloud point, pore point, total acid number, and sulfur content was also checked, and it was in accordance with the American Standard and Testing Material Standard, that also called ASTM standard. So this study concluded that among these two catalysts, copper oxide and cerium oxide composite showed an auspicious results. Highest conversion efficiency was achieved, that was 92% using the copper oxide cerium oxide composite, followed by the iron oxide at 0.25% catalyst loading. The best optimized variables were alcohol to oil molar ratio 1:6, reaction time was 3 hours, temperature 20 degrees Celsius, stirring rate that was 600 rpm using the reflux process clarification method. The synthesized nanocatalysts exhibit a good stability and reusability during the reaction. So the encouraging results of this study strongly recommended that Sticholia cupida is an economically feasible potential feedstock for biodiesel production as a renewable energy on the industrial scale. Thank you so much.